If we live, drop your thing just a little bit. Yeah, you was perfect right there with the color.
All right, cool. I'm good.
Yeah, right there.
All right.
Now lift
I'll
up. Go ahead.
hold on. I got two things going right now.
You good?
All
Take
right,
your
cool.
time. I'm gonna just say everybody what's up to everybody. All right, you
Yeah,
take your time.
I was putting the link on the twitter.com on that little bird app.
Yeah, you good. Take your time.
All right.
What's up, Lewis? What's up? What's up? What's up? You know, Coach J's in the house. T Smooth TV. You know what it is? Burgers and Blitzes. They loving it, dog. Carson Smith was good with you. Craig English. What's up, Craig? Adam Casanova, Booth thing. Come on, man. Let's room. Let's get it popping. Let's get them lights all the way up, 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 all the way up. We need to get them lights all the way up.
That our running back money is all the way up.
All the way up. What's up, Mikael James? What's good with you? Jim Laws, my member. What's good with you? John, is it Carusi? I don't know if I said that name right. What's good? What's good? Wink, what's good with you? Yeah, you know that good smell of laundry. You know what it is. It's always good. We keep it fresh now. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes,
if we
sir.
ain't, I mean, Boot thing always keep good fresh laundry, but you know if it ever get low, them pods is coming in your face. You feel me? Tide pods is coming right to your face.
Tide
That's all
Pods,
it
son.
is.
Tide
You
Pods.
know what it is. What's up, Queen? What's up, John Jones? That's right. Smash this like button. Adrian, what's good with you? Keep on getting in this building, man. And remember, keep them likes all the way up. Share it, all that good stuff. Was me and Boss went at it. You know how we did on our final thoughts, and now usually we always do our burgers and blitzes Thursday, but my man went nutty and got his stimmy check and bought all kind of food and shit and having food.
$200 a steak, son.
You feel me? Food pouring all up in there, and you
That
know what
shit
I'm
was
saying?
crazy. That's the best steak I've ever had in my life. I swear to God. I've had a lot. As I said, I've had a lot of meat in my mouth. Pause.
Uh-oh.
But that was fantastic. But it really was. It was a good night. So we had to reschedule. We had to kick it to Sunday, but we're here. So
We're here. And you know what it is. It's a week of free agency with the Dallas Cowboys, with the whole NFL as a whole. But KMT, hey ho, what's up with you, baby? But you know, it's a week Cowboys free agency. It was quiet on the front. First, we'll talk a little bit about because I know you said this. Let's start in the very beginning, kind of who a person that they lost, and a lot of people like good riddance, get out of here. We ain't want you no way. Is Cheeto. He left because you knew the Cowboys weren't going to pay that what he was getting in Cincy. You know he was going to get that. But I just want to say it wasn't a garbage corner. I thought he was the one corner that they would keep. They didn't. Soon as they didn't, Mike, I instantly thought Jordan Lewis was going to stay because they were going to work that contract just like they did Anthony Brown.
what else were you gonna do? I mean,
Right.
you can't like people that ties back. We'll get to this obviously, but that ties back into people having way too much confidence in a rookie corner. Like the Diggs last year played fantastic, and he still struggled as far as NFL corners go. And people think you can just go draft a corner. That's not how it works, man. It's not how it works.
Well, I mean, that's what people think that, you know, because I mean, we talked about it the other day. When they drafted Diggs, I was happy, but I didn't want Diggs in that first round. You know what I'm saying? I wanted him to fall in that second round because that's just a lot of pressure. Diggs if we would have the draft last year and we got Diggs at 10, I wouldn't have liked that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I felt better when in the second round.
And here's an uncomfortable truth: the way Diggs played last year, if you took him at 17 instead of Young Lamb, say Young, because he wasn't supposed to be there. We're not even going to go into that conversation. I put a mock out that had him fall there, and I got fucking put on Old Takes Exposed. Like, no, he wasn't supposed to be there. So, say they take Diggs at 17, that still would have been a good pick. That's how well he played, and he still struggled. That's how hard it is, that transition to go from corner in the college football to corner in the NFL, especially with the Dallas Cowboys, where you have zero safety help. Because Xavier Woods is a 6th-round pick, and he feels like he needs to take place off. He's on the backside. You know, why would you try hard?
Well, you know, but do you think? I mean, in my opinion, with them going after and getting Neal, do you think that with
there we go?
Do you think with KZ and now Malik Hooker coming in the building, Do you think they really will go after where Xavier Woods? I don't feel like they are now. I feel like they're
No, he's gone. He's just gonna. Is he? Is it? I thought he had one more year left.
no. This is it.
Oh,
The
he's done.
contract.
Yeah, he gone. He gone.
But how do you feel about the two guys that they have in the building? I mean, Anthony Harris left the building. That was frustrating to me because he went from $5 million over to Philly. They said here was the spin. Well, we got Neal because he can do both linebacker and safety, and that's what they wanted to do because they kind of wanted to kill two birds with one stone. How do you feel about Hooker
They
and
still.
Casey coming in the building?
I think Hooker is a bum.
Uh-huh.
Like he may have talent, but hurt guy's a hurt guy, man. He's just hurt guys are hurt guys. That's his point. And his talent level is at a bum, but his career is a bum. He can't stay healthy. Like at the end of the day, availability is playability. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you're an injured player, that's what it is with Dallas. If you're an injured player playing with the Dallas Cowboys,
dude, you need especially this year.
uh-huh.
You need players. You can't have, he'll be okay here. You can't do the Tavon Austin thing. You can't do the Sean Lee thing. You can't do the LVE thing. You can't do, it's different here. With us, we'll get him right. Nobody else could get him healthy. Nobody else could use him right. Those are two different arguments, but also the same thing. Dallas does that dumb shit where they're nobody used him right, nobody can get him healthy, and he gets here and he's hurt guy or he can't get him right guy. You can't do that this year, man. If they're
do you like Casey?
No, but it's still an upgrade. Well, that's what's sad. It's still an upgrade. I'd rather my dark horse, man. My dark horse is Kansas City. We talked about this a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Either Thornhill or Sorensen will not be on that team in September because Sorensen's a UFA and they want to bring him back. But if they bring in another wide receiver, they can't. I know the cap is, Fugazi,
mm-hmm.
but fuck, man, you can't pay Sorensen and a wide receiver. It's going to be the same money. So either they pay Sorensen and Thornhill not walks, but you could get him in a trade piece because what's he going to do? Play special teams when you could send them a, second round pick? I'd trade that second round pick for Thornhill right now. No questions asked. Wouldn't even hesitate. That'd be the come up of the century.
Yeah, but do you actually think they would jump out and do something like that? That's the thing. We talk about wheeling and dealing with the Cowboys, but it's something that really going to happen. That's the thing I say, because if you look at the free agency guys they got right now, I mean, they still got some money available, correct? I mean, they still have, the guys they got up front, you got Carlos Watkins, you got Brent Urban, and you got Terrell Basham. I mean, those are, Urban, I wasn't hating on the Urban kid because I felt like when he gets significant snaps, he does create a lot of pressure. That's what Dallas does miss, and he has those long arms. He's 6'7". I think that's something that can be an added piece. But once again, it's nothing but a rotational piece with the Cowboys. It's not a difference maker that they're putting in the middle. It's more rotational guys. So that tells me they're going to have to go hard in the draft with the defensive tackles, with cornerbacks. So, is it going to be a Dan Quinn stepping in there and saying, okay, I'm here, so y'all going to let me run this draft like they were kind of doing with Marinelli? Are they kind of going back to that in your opinion?
No, they definitely are. They still I know that press conference was a lot of service, but the Jones boys have always, just for the plain and simple fact, they're not that involved in day-to-day football business. They're quite frankly not. They have too much shit going on. Stephen Jones on the competition committee. Jerry Jones owns like 117 businesses. There's a reason Will McClay exists. There's a reason that these coaches get more say than they do. The problem we had, is they give the coaches too much say. Mm-hmm. And that's how we got the bad picks. And that's because I don't know if it's Will McClay and I don't know if it's a defensive coordinator. And that's what worries me. The fact of the matter is, this team cannot scout fucking defense. They haven't been able to do that for almost 30. We talked almost 30 years. And that's before Will McClay got here. Long before Will McClay got here. And they give the coaches too much leeway, or they have their priorities all screwed up. My issue is, I think, man, I don't know.
I mean, last 10 years, I've been saying that the defensive drafts have been, they haven't been great. I'm going to go back to last year and saying that was okay with the 2020 because you had, we had Diggs and then you saw Gallimore. He looked like, I like Gallimore. And then I think Reggie Robinson is a sleeper. I think we can get some more tick. But from what they're saying, Dan Quinn is saying, I want to keep him at safety. He doesn't want to move him to corner. He wants to keep him at safety. So
move him to free safety and kick Xavier Woods put his torch out.
I mean, that should already be happening. We shouldn't even be talking about Xavier Woods.
Put his torch. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. You got Neal in the fold, right?
Uh-huh.
Where is somebody like Donovan Wilson now? Because Neal's going to play multiple positions. And let's say if they get both Hooker and KZ, if they get one of those guys, where does that leave a Donovan Wilson in your opinion?
Donovan Wilson's better than both those guys. I mean, they're all the same guy. They're all the same guy. They can't stay healthy. They make splash plays every once in a while. The reason Donovan Wilson's not a starter in this league is he every time he breaks himself. He plays so hard that he shatters his body. He's a hurt guy. That's the reason he hadn't been able to get on the field until last year when, for some reason, we lost literally 4 safeties and they still wouldn't play him. 2019, not 2020. I'm trying to delete 2020 from my memory. That was bad, man.
Yeah, it was bad. Let me get this super chat. Shout out to Mike Woe with the $4.99 holla. He said, how to get more money on the cap, and you shouldn't bring back McCoy since you already started paying. I mean, I don't want them to bring back a McCoy. If you brought any kind of a veteran back, I mean, a Danny Shelton was still out there. I was frustrated that they didn't get Hankins because Hankins went for a 3.5 for 1 year. Geno Atkins
was it Hankins or Rankins?
That was Hankins. No, I think
Rankins just signed.
Did Rankins just sign?
Yeah, I think Rankins signed right before we came on, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I mean, those are the guys I was hoping because, those are the guys I was hoping, and then possibly a Sue, but I knew that wasn't going to happen because he's going to want too much money. And I mean, that's just the choices. I'm not really excited about those guys up front, but I just feel like, okay, they're going to go hard in the draft. And my thing is this. If they're going to go hard in this draft, they put a lot of pressure on hitting on these draft picks because if they don't hit on these draft picks, man, then we're going to go back to the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to go back to that same thing. They got to hit on these draft picks because you're putting a lot of pressure because the guys that you are getting in the building on the team aren't guys that are different makers. They're like one stopgap guys and guys that you don't see, well, this guy's going to go be here in the future.
So if I had to put money on who's going to be the pick at number 10, it's Surtain. I'm pretty sure that's who their guy is. Unless he's gone. If Surtain's gone, please pray, please pray they can trade back. Because if Surtain's gone, they're taking Parsons.
All right, y'all hear it first, right? You dead set on that?
Yeah. Take Tech to the bank.
Okay. So you think the Cowboys are picking Surtain for sure if he's there?
Yeah. What else are they? I mean, just the prospect talent and need lines are touching. They're not going to take Farley. They're not going to take Farley. They're not going to take an opt-out guy. They are absolutely not going to take an opt-out guy. They know they need to hit. And not only Farley was an opt-out guy, he was also hurt before. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna do that at 10. Absolutely not. Second round's their risk pick. Second round, they may package that 2 and 3 and do something like they did with the DeMarcus Lawrence. Just keep an eye on that as well because they know they need players. I'm trying to get this damn blur out of my screen and I can't. Is that showing up?
That when you do like right there, no. When you move right there, it's a little better.
It's a damn window. Let me fix that. That shit's bad.
All right. Let's continue to get those likes up in the building while we got burgers and blitzes. But like I don't. You know what? I kept on saying with Surtain, I didn't really want him at 10. I never hated on Surtain. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh, you don't. I think he is the cleanest, like safest corner. But my thing was, if you got him at 10, I just wanted an animal at 10, somebody who I know is going to be doggish, somebody who's going to come in and do that. I think he's just going to be a good, steady corner in the building. Nothing that's going to be treacherous. Like I don't think he's going to give up a crazy amount of play. Like he's just going to be a steady corner. But I mean, if that's what they want at 10, I mean that's what it is, dog. I mean, you're saying it's
Patrick Surtain is everything you love in Byron and everything you hated in Byron and everything you loved in Cheeto and everything you hated in Cheeto. He's faster than Cheeto, but he's gonna be just close enough.
Faster than Cheeto? He ain't faster than Cheeto.
He's faster than Byron, but he's got the length of Cheeto, and he's going to be just close enough to count the dipples in that ball as it gets caught over. So but I mean, what are you going to do? You need a corner, man.
Yeah, you need a corner.
And I hate drafting for need, but when the talent is that close to the need line, I don't hate it. Like last year, if they'd have taken, they were going to take AJ Terrell or Kenneth Murray or Chase on, but Lamb was there.
Mm-hmm.
They followed their board, and if they do that again, if they follow their board again, it's going to be probably Surtain, or I guess a tackle, but I don't like that, and I don't think they like that either. They have so much invested in OL as it is. I know everybody's really down on the line right now. Everybody's down bad on the line, but everybody got hurt. If you get one tackle back, you still have a solid more than in the top 15, well within the top 15 of offensive line in the NFL. And you have a quarterback who's got the pocket awareness to get rid of the ball, where you don't need to have $200 million of players on the offensive line.
Yeah, that was proven that he could get by. I mean, you don't want to kill him, but he can get by. And, also when they signed that O-line tackle, I was thinking the reason why they signed him because, number one, are they not confident in Steele and Knight? Because you already got two young swing tackles, and they bring in this guy. He was kind of the replacement to a Cam Irvin. Or does that still signal that are they worried still about Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins' health?
Keep an eye on because Collins is good to go. He's actually doing the exact opposite of what he did last year. Mm-hmm. Keep an eye on Brandon Knight moving the left guard.
Really?
They like him as a guard.
Yeah, because I was seeing that before. I was seeing how Joe Philbin was trying to put him at guard first. And I was like, what? He was a tackle in college. Why was he trying to do that? So if you're saying that now, okay.
They like his power because they run a lot of traps and with the play action and stuff. They like his power.
What up, Jay Lombardi?
And if you get both your tackles back, now you can move Brandon Knight to guard, and you've got some serious power in your offensive line. That's just something to keep an eye on because they didn't want to play him at tackle. They didn't really have a choice though.
So you don't think they want to go the Slater route at all? If let me ask you this quick question. You said Surtain. So Surtain is there. Let's say Slater's there. Waddle is there. And Pitts was there. Who are they going with?
The corner. Maybe.
I don't know. Hold on. Before you ask that, Mike. JP, 1880. I don't really worry about the Giants free agency. Like, I ain't hating on the Giants, but I don't really be worrying about Giants free agency right now. You feel me? Like, Giants ain't really no team I'm really thinking or worrying about.
Hey, if they want Michael Gallup, we'll go. We'll take Dexter Lawrence. If we want to talk about, we're going to talk.
I remember you mentioned that. Like, if you want to do some flipping and trading with that, the
Yeah.
only thing that I thought about the Giants anything was Tomlinson over there.
No,
but I knew that was a pipe. I knew that was a pipe dream.
Take that number 2. Take that Michael Gallup. We'll take your Dexter Lawrence off your hands. Thank you very much, good sir. But that's not going to happen because
they just got Kenny Galladay, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So that wouldn't even be a thought of now. He's the same type of player, isn't he?
It's the same wide receiver.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. I think those are the same type of player, in my opinion.
Same dude.
Yeah.
So that ruined that. I forgot that happened. Shit, that happened like 4 hours ago or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's my thought on the Giants. I ain't really worried about what them Giants is going to do, and even next year. I mean, people are trying to, I've been talking about this where people are talking about. You see all these cornerbacks that are influxing into the division or trying to get into the division because they know what's up. People ain't going to say it around at least in the NFC East, Mike. But that offense is still going to be formidable. Let's say even if you lost to Gallup, it's because I feel like Dak has come to that level, and I feel like he is going to be even nastier with that contract when him feeling like, okay, I'm taken care of. That is out of the way. I feel like he's going to feel even more comfortable that this is his team, at least for that short term. And I feel like he's going to play all world, and he's just going to continue to make players better that come around him. What do you think about that?
I mean,
he can get a Cedric Wilson and make him even better, and a Noah Brown. You know what I mean?
We've been doing this show for how long now? Quite a few months.
Some months.
Have I ever been wrong on anything I've said about Dak Prescott?
No.
Okay. Don't bet against that man this year. I promise you that.
Oh, he's going to go crazy. I mean, Dak is going to go nutty this year.
Like we talked about that second surgery thing. The second surgery happened because he was going too fucking hard. He doesn't have an on-off. He doesn't have a dial. He's a light switch. It's on or off. That dude's on. And you're not slowing him down this year. They got him. He's healthy. His ankle's got the mobility back in it now. Literally day by day progress is just improvement. And he is, by May,
he's gonna be nasty this year, dog. Like we was. Look, I just want to say this, Mike, because last year before he came into this season, I always was, feeling Dak. I was like, but I need some more game-winning drives that you was doing before, dog, because you didn't really do it that much, 2019. But he was still, wasn't taking nothing away from him, but I just wanted to see him, be that doggish even more. When he first came out in that first 5 weeks before he got hurt, man, I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I was just like the way he was standing in that pocket, Mike, the way he was looking at receivers. I mean, the way he was just, it was like, okay, there it is, And now, just like you said, the light switch is even harder. And you could, even in that press conference, I don't think that was no show. That was him really saying, this is my squad now, and I'm really going to run this shit like I'm telling you to run it. Like, I'm really going to run this.
That's his mindset in life. Like, you're talking about a dude. We talked about this. He took Mississippi State to literally number 1 in the country. The only person that got drafted from that team was Chris Jones. Chris Jones plays defense. But he doesn't elevate the players around him. Man, you better take that shit outside because I ain't trying to hear it. I'm not. There's a lot of people. I like I said.
You saw when Amari came. Amari. They were saying Amari, he ain't the same. But look at Amari. Amari's right back where you can say he's one of these top dogs now. Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup is nice, but Dak Prescott makes Michael Gallup even nicer. You know what I'm saying? And when Cedric Wilson he came in, and that was Dak. You feel me? Like that, and he practiced, and you could see the difference. We saw
Randall Cobb was on his way out of the fucking league.
Exactly.
He was on his way out of the league. And what happened?
I mean, quiet as kept. Didn't he give Cole Beasley a contract?
Yes, he did.
Over at Buffalo?
Yes, he did. Now, Cole Beasley's nice, but Cole Beasley is a slot receiver. You got a slot receiver paid because he was your number 1 target when the offense sucked. Because your number 1 target was a slot receiver, and the further he gets away from the line, the less he wins. You seen what happened in Buffalo too when Cole Beasley wasn't the number one receiver. There's a pretty good career arc there with the Josh Allen Dak Prescott thing, by the way. But it's a shame we got to put the asterisk next to Josh Allen's name because apparently he has talent, and you gotta dock him for that. So he gets an asterisk just like Dak Prescott does for having Amari Cooper. So,
Hey, go ahead and do because you be my stats guy. Joseph Collins says, already said a few things. If Dak is so great, why do we always fall way behind? And please talk about Dak's red zone stats. Um, I don't have those stats in my head, but
So I can pull them up, but Dak Prescott, you want to talk about his red zone? Everybody wants to bring up his red zone passing numbers. Coming down in 2020, Dak Prescott was 34th in the league in attempts inside the 10-yard line. You know what he was in? He had 60 rushing attempts inside the 20 for 23 touchdowns. That is literally the most efficient red zone rushing weapon in the history of the NFL by a large margin. Everybody wants to talk about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has over 100 attempts inside the red zone right now. 19 touchdowns. 19 touchdowns. That's what he has. So when your passing numbers don't hit in the red zone, look at the attempts. The numbers can't exist if you don't have the attempts. That's just math, bud. It's just math. And then they get down there, and did you not draft a running back at number 4 overall? And does he not apparently carry the team? Is he not apparently the straw that stirs the drink? So you're not going to give it to him? Why do you want it both ways? Which one do you want, bud?
I mean, see, here's my thing. I just think this is what I feel about it, Mike. I feel like you're just trying to use an excuse on Dak because you don't have to, when you get in the red zone, we got to throw the ball. Let's prove that Dak can score inside the red zone. I mean, like you said, I ain't making no excuses for him, but dog, if you do got a Zeke, if you got a Pollard, if you got some guys, they're going to use them.
Sorry, bud. Hey, Joseph, you're still on your bullshit. Go check out Beasley's efficiency. 1,000 yards. Go check out his efficiency with Dak versus Josh Allen. I'm done with you, dude. I'm done with you. I'm done. You're on here like typing on your Etch a Sketch with your fucking. Now I'm done, dude. So anyway, yeah, when you have this talent and you have a mobile quarterback, and if you know he can get you 4 to 5 yards anytime you want in the red zone, why have him throw it? Now we can talk about the red zone offensive design, which has been garbage. I got literally hundreds of tweets out there showing the bad red zone offensive design, where you got wide receivers grouped up on one side of the field. You have the Jason Witten being the primary target in the red zone. You run it twice with Zeke, and they get stuff for -2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 9 with goal to go. And what do? Run an RPO. Guess who's the main target? Jason Witten. Out there running like he's got fucking bone spurs made of feet.
My guy with the $2 holla, the lunatic. What's up with you, dog? He asked, "Will Kellen Moore improve the play calling in the red zone? Do you think he will? Because I mean, this is what his 3rd year now."
Yeah. Actually, there was actually a lot of improvement in the red zone play design this last year. If you want to go back, like I know everybody doesn't have the money to get Game Pass. Maybe I should do that for people. The red zone play design was so much better this year as far as you were running stack bunches with various cross unders and like clearing out traffic. Just Andy Dalton or whoever was quarterback wouldn't let the ball go. There's open routes all over the field. There wasn't the 3 wide receivers stacked up on one side. Everybody runs a hitch and somebody's a decoy. That's what we've been doing the last couple of years. As far as Kellen goes, his improvement this year was much better in the red zone because he actually got to run his offense this year. Kellen Moore did not get to run the offense last year, by the way. I know that's still somewhat of a narrative. that wasn't the case. He absolutely did not have autonomy in the offense. Period.
So, do you think that this is going to be his whole thing this year?
I mean, it was his whole thing last year. He didn't have a quarterback.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Do you think
Yeah.
so? You think there's going to be improvement in the red zone? So, and we seen Kellen Moore a couple years now.
That's my point. The design was better, but you didn't have a quarterback. I can when we get done here, I'll throw. I think I have a few tweets from going to Game Pass when I was screen capping stuff. I'll pull them up later. You have a wide open Randall Cobb, or not Randall Cobb. Sorry, Amari Cooper. You have a wide open Blake Bell, and just he doesn't let the ball go. Andy Dalton's pocket presence last year was bad, really, really bad.
What up, what up, David C? JoJo Cowboys, what's good? I don't know about Josh. He ain't here no more. He had to rest in dead today. I had to go ahead and rest in dead. I can get when you want to have cool conversation, the cool back and forth, and you want to just go back and forth. When you just trolling at one point, just keep going on and on. You know what? That's why there's a goon squad. We don't gotta hear all that noise every single time because you're just being negative. You feel me? You're just being a negative, so ain't nobody got to deal with that. We can have cool conversation, but if you want to just be goofy, you got to go, man. That's why it's Goon Squad. Well, that's why you got to go.
I actually have no problem with somebody who wants to have an actual debate if you're bringing factual information to the conversation. When you're over here talking nonsense, and I say you have nonsense coming out of your mouth, you should probably go brush your teeth because your mouth smells like shit, and then you want to keep bringing more nonsense to it. What are we doing here? I can go argue with a damn fax machine or something. I'd have a better time.
My God, the lunatic comes with another $2 holler. He says, "Who do you like as our backup QB?" Since Andy Dalton is out the building,
why don't we just run Gilbert?
I mean, that makes the most sense now.
So I try to refrain from the F-bombs, but to quote a great Jimmy Johnson, we don't practice fucked. And if a quarterback goes down, we're fucked. So I don't like. All I want him to do is be cheap. Period. I want him to be cheap. And Garrett Gilbert's cheap. And you know what? When we played the Steelers last year, I know they were frauds. I tried to tell everybody they were frauds, but Garrett Gilbert gave a whole bunch of shit that the Steelers didn't like. Not that he played well, but he played well enough.
The thing I liked about Gilbert in that game, Mike, was the fact that the team, how they played under him. If they felt comfortable, he was coming off the field after drives. Yeah, he wasn't scared, and you could see the team sense that. Yeah, you could see the team sense that he wasn't scared. He was going out there just like, hey, I'm doing this. It don't matter. I'm offering. It was like an all or nothing the way he played, and that's what I felt like the team was really feeling and rallied around. So I think that's why a lot of people were like, hell, we don't need no damn Andy Dalton. If the team is going to play like this with Gilbert, and especially for your first start pretty much in the NFL ever, right? That was his first start in the NFL.
Against the Steelers, which the only thing they have is defense.
And that front line.
They have defense. And he went against arguably one of the best defenses in the NFL last year and gave them a bunch of shit they didn't like. Like Lombardi just said with his mobility, and the moment wasn't too big for him. And he's going to be super cheap. Why not roll with that? That's, you know what I mean? He's like a Taysom Hill. I mean, but we don't have to give him $160 million. So that's.
I think that's the way to go. And he's still like about 29 years old. He's not that super old. He's a good age for a backup, and he's going to understand his role. I think he's going to relish that role if you keep him there at the backup position that he's playing for the Dallas Cowboys. So he's just going to be happy to be there, and he's going to be ready to run and rally the team anytime it goes down. He's got that attitude. So that's what I like about him. I think he's going to. I think he'll push Dak, not in a bad way, but I think he'll come out there and just, you know what I'm saying? Just give him good work. You feel me? Be good in a good quarterback room.
If that's where if like Dak gets a concussion or something, he's out for 2 weeks, you could probably win one of those games. And that's what you want out of your backup quarterback. That's right. That's all you need. And you don't need to give him $10 million. You don't need what I think his salary next year is like $580K or some crap like that.
Right.
What else do you want, bud? That's solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm definitely
it's
cool with
definitely
that.
not Danucci. It's definitely not Danucci. We're over the bippity boppity experiment.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not that. Let's continue to get likes up in the building. We got a good crowd, 126 watching. Let's continue to get them likes up. Let's get them up to 100 like we did last night. Let's go extra. I called it yesterday, Mike. I said we was like at 90. I said let's get them likes up. Literally 2 seconds later, we was like over like 108. So let's do that same thing in the building. My dog is bringing some good info like we do. So I want to go back to this Neil thing. I know I'm not mad at that signing because I'm gonna tell you right now, as soon as Dan Quinn was start off, Mike, I knew Neil was coming because I just felt like he was the player that he was gonna be able to do two things. Now, here's the question because I know you've been on the Jalen Smith kick. Okay, they're not gonna cut him, and you know it, and we all know that, right? So where does this happen with the Neil, Jalen Smith, LVE? What do you think happens with that linebacker situation? Because they're going to play a lot of heavy nickel like they usually do. Dime, you're going to be in defenses like that. What do you think happens with that linebacker situation? And is it an eval for next year because LVE's 5-year option, all that good stuff?
They're not picking up LVE's 5-year option. They're not doing that. It's going to be $15 million. That's not happening. They're hoping that deadline just kind of quietly squeaks by without it being news. The Neil signing means that I don't know this because this is normally I'm pretty like I'm not. Once again, this is just my opinion. The LV thing I know, but the Neil thing, they brought him in to play will linebacker. He's not going to be your strong safety. So what that means for 54, I honestly don't know, bud. But it gives me a little bit of hope that they're going to try to cut his snaps back.
That would seem to me that if they go on passing downs and they have those linebackers, and they're probably going to draft another linebacker for sure. Definitely, they're going to draft another linebacker.
That the Neil signing gives me hope that they're not taking Parsons at 10.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. And you can get a linebacker later though.
They love Parsons.
I hear you, but check this out. Like a Baron Browning, I love him. If you got him in the building, and you had a Neil, and then like you said, I think that's when they can say with Jalen Smith is not because he's not going to be in on passing downs. And if you see a lot of teams in these spread formations, I mean, they're going to be in that dime defense and nickel defense, Mike. So it would think that that's why you brought Neil in because you're going to see Neil there instead of a Jalen Smith. And who else would be the other linebacker? Would it be the LVE?
They like Dylan Moses as well.
From Alabama?
Yeah. Not at 10. Not at
no.
Not at 10, but they like Moses. Keep
your eye on him.
Just keeping up. Just
because he's gonna fall because he's been an underachiever at Alabama. Nobody's talking about Dylan Moses. He has.
And Bama linebackers they're always beat up. So he's hurt guy. And he's got some shoulder issues and stuff. Just keep an eye on that.
Well, I think you know what? Yeah, but it won't be early. But if you're saying that, I think if that they wouldn't get him early. But if he was swimming around them 4th, 5th rounds, if he was still swimming around there, I would definitely see them. If you're talking about him,
Josh is finally right. Hey, Josh. Yeah, Dylan Moses is hurt guy. That's why they're going to pick him in the second round.
No, this is another Josh. I got rid of the other one. Joshua Parker is cool. He's our people's, but the other
Josh. I got my Joshua's mixed up.
No, I got rid of. I'm sorry, I got rid of that other Josh. He's gone, so we don't have to worry about that any longer.
They're not gonna pick Horn. They're not gonna take anybody who's got.
They're not going to take Farley over. They're not going to take Farley over Surtain either.
No, they're not. They're not going to take an opt-out guy. They're literally not even looking at him. Not that early.
And they got that big connection with Alabama players. Even with Garrett gone, they like Bama players.
Which is crazy because I I don't want to get up over my skis because I know I have a tweet about this, but when they picked up the running back last year, that was one of the first Bama players they'd actually drafted in like 20 years. Fucking big head. What the hell? I'm trying to remember his damn name. He ran like his feet were made out of glass. He was 7th round pick. Who the hell was that damn running back they picked? But that was one of the first Bama picks they've had in a long, long time.
Scarborough.
Yeah, thank you.
Scarborough.
Thank you. That was one of the first Bama picks they've had in a long time. I blanked on that name. Thank y'all.
All right, we got a couple hollers here right quick, Mike.
Yeah, his feet were made of carryout cabinets, man.
You and these sayings, dog. That's funny. Let me get my guy. Here you go. Shout out to my guy Adrian Dyson for the $4.99 holler. He said Claiborne comes to mind when talking about these corners. Trade second for J.C. Jackson. Trade back from 10. What do you think about that, Mike?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. But the Claiborne thing, that's like, I know the Cowboys missed on him, but 31 other teams would have missed on him too. He was widely thought of as the best cornerback prospect in that draft, and they traded that for him, and that's what makes it sting. If they hadn't traded that for him, it probably wouldn't even hurt that bad. But then he shows up to his presser to sign his contract, and he's got a damn wrist cast on. I'm like, oh. Here we go.
If you're injured, if you have talent and you're injured, you're coming to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are definitely going to look at you because they can get you for cheap. They know that's all. My guy, the lunatic, comes with another super chat with the $2 Holly says, "Who's asleep that we can't spend $5 million on a Harris?"
Wasn't. I know that I make fun of them for saying this, but Harris actually wasn't a scheme fit. He actually wasn't. You have Wilson. He's not a free safety. And the way Dan Quinn wants to play defense, it wasn't going to work. And should you have signed him? Hell, I wouldn't have hated it. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is.
So here's something right here, and I know you probably loved this as far as this. Mojo comes with the question. He says, should we trade Gallup for Eddie Jackson and draft Waddle at 10?
Yeah, I'm down. I am absolutely 1,000%
I would be super down with that. Why not?
To move, to get any sort of this year value for a player with Michael Gallup, I'm down. Like, there's not a lot of players. Okay. A lot of players within reason that I wouldn't trade Michael Gallup for, because they are 1,000% losing Michael Gallup next year, losing. And
it doesn't matter it don't matter if no cap goes up or anything. He's going to want, if the cap rises, his demands are going to rise.
And you don't pay number 2 wide receivers. You don't do it.
You don't have to.
You absolutely don't do it. You have, like, every year I've talked about this every time we've been on here. You cannot talk about, this is the deepest wide receiver draft we've seen in years, and then turn around and pay number 2 wide receivers. That's just not how it works, man. It's not. You can't do that. And if you can get value for him this year, get an actual player to help your defense, regardless if it feels like you lost the trade, you still do it. Yeah, exactly, Adrian. He's going to get $15 million next offseason. He is 100%.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get that.
He's going to get.
He's going to get some bread on the open market
because QB1's going to be slinging that ball. He's going to go get his Laurent Robinson money, and then away we go.
Yeah, for sure. Isaac Hampton asked a quick question. Do you think we can beat the Chiefs? Definitely. They're not indestructible.
No, they're
especially when you got that, and especially to me. As long as we got Dak now, and that's how I feel about Dak. That's can be any team. You got Dak, they can be any team. Just shore up the other spots on the team to help him, because it doesn't help Mike that yes, if you get this offense, that's dope. I don't care if you like you talked about Waddle and this and these guys at the on the offense side. I'm not tripping off that. You can still get that and continue to help. I think you need to go ahead after that and attack this defense. But at the end of the day, if you have a quarterback, you're always in the game. And when we had Dak, even though we were losing, I still felt we were in the game last year because, and you saw Dak could bring us back, and he did. But you got to have a defense to be able to help him. You can't be starting at the 25-yard line or doing these 15 and 12 and 13 play drives where this offense has to be perfect every single time. And if they don't, the offense gives up, doesn't come up, gets out on 3 out, and the defense gives up a quick play, then the offense has that pressure to come back and score. I'm tired of seeing that. So that's why they really have to attack. These peaks that they have as far as free agency, they all right. I'm not excited. I still feel like it's still baby nuts Jones. I didn't see any nuts grow in here. I feel like, okay, the Neal is cool for, like you said, for what they're trying to do, especially with Quinn. I already knew that was going to happen. If you get a Hooker and KZ, I'm just like, all right. But at the end of the day, they're going to really, to me, have to hit in this draft because this isn't a free agency where I'm saying, I'm feeling great what we did in Dallas, what did they did in free agency. So now let's just go ahead and hit this draft. No, I feel like now it's even more pressure, in my opinion, to go. They got to get these defensive draft picks that they get in this draft, and they have to hit on them. So, it's a lot of pressure to me, and that they put on that scouting department, and I just hope it's right. They did pretty good last year with it. But the prior years they haven't been good, so we'll just see. There's some defensive tackles that they can get in this draft, Mike. There's some good corners they can get in this draft, Mike. There's a linebacker. There's a safe. I mean, they can get players in this draft according to the picks. If they manipulate them, if they stay with the same, things can happen.
Yeah, and I think that what they're actually going to do is I think this is the year. If they come out here, you get in. It's early October. This team's 3-1, 4-0. That's when you go burn that 2022 first round pick. Try to go get you a guy. I think that's your best option, honestly. I really do. As far as drastically improving the defense, nothing you do in this draft. Like I know people. I love the draft. Everybody loves the draft. Nothing you do in this draft is going to drastically improve your defense to the way that trading that 2022 pick would do for like when you get a player, an actual player. Like if you got like that Minka Fitzpatrick trade. God, I was begging them to do that.
We was all begging, especially what he did over there. I mean, he's young. I was as soon as they was talking about him, as they sniffed about saying get rid of him or trading him, I was like, please, Dallas, do it. But I just felt like if they'll go out there and say we tried, but they wasn't gonna go hard. They weren't gonna outbid teams.
Here's my my pipe dream. Arizona is gonna be bad this year. Kyler Murray isn't what people think he is. There's a good chance they're gonna lose their first 3 or 4 games. Maybe we can go get Isaiah Simmons.
Ooh, that'd be dope.
That's
maybe pipe dream. I like your pipe dreams because you be throwing out names like, oh, that would be nasty if that could happen.
Maybe we can go get Isaiah Simmons and send them Gallup because they don't have wide receiver. They have Hopkins.
They would be if they added a Gallup or Hopkins and they
East side, it doesn't matter who they're playing. Kyler Murray's bad at football.
East side just be trolling, dog. Don't pay
he's good. He's like Kyler Murray is actually a worse NFL quarterback than Sam Darnold.
Hey, let me get my guy on here right quick.
AJ Green runs like Jason Witten.
Yeah, I think if they brought a Gallup over there with Hopkins, that would be nice. That would be something dope if that could happen. But let me give a few shout-outs, Mike. Shout out to my guy, Adam Casanova, for the $10 Holly. Says, sup, big dog. Busy working, so wondering what veteran cornerback could be brought over to help with the younger guys. My bad if this was already covered. I feel like they ain't bringing a corner. Once they got rid of Cheeto and they signed Jordan Lewis, they're done. They were done. That solidified. They're done because they feel like in their heart we already got Diggs Anthony Brown has started in this league, and so has Jordan Lewis, and they're both cheap. We're not going out and doing any of that. That's exactly what I felt was happening right there.
I'm gonna hand slap my AJ Green, Jason Wedd comment. Got the Chet Allen.
Yeah, he be coming with them sayings like I don't even be like what was that? I ain't never heard nothing like that. But it'd be funny. So I'm definitely cool with that. But yeah, that wasn't going to happen. Another shout out to my dog Juwan James for the $10 Cash App. Appreciate you for the $10 holla on the Cash App side. Definitely like that as well. But that's something like that you just said. That'd be nasty because just if you did that because that's a win-win for both teams.
Yeah, because they're playing Isaiah Simmons, an inside linebacker. Why?
He needs to be free as hell.
Isaiah Simmons is your number one starting free safety in Dallas. Period. And that's not even up for debate, bud. That's who he is. Hell, he could probably be until they drafted Diggs. He could have been your number one corner last year because that's how athletic the dude is.
What up, Rodney? What's up, baby?
We good?
Oh yeah. I was just checking something right quick. No, we're good. So they're done with corners. I'm gonna just tell y'all this: if they sign either KZ or Hooker, they're done in free agency. Do you think? I think they're done.
I don't think they're signing either one of those dudes.
Really? Well,
I
then
really don't.
You don't?
I don't.
You don't think they will go after KZ because that sounds like such a Dallas pickup to me, Dallas signing.
If either one are going to come in on some vet minimum shit, maybe, but they're not going to push for that.
So if they don't sign one of them, what are they going to do, Mike? Then does that signal Xavier Woods comes back, or then they say we're going with Reggie Robinson, bar none, and Wilson if they don't bring one of those two safeties in.
That's where I tie back into they're going to draft, and then early October you go get a player.
Okay.
You don't overextend yourself for those bottom tier free agents. Mm-hmm. You're not like. Why would you do that? Why would you count on those guys being on your team, like actually making a difference in your defense?
Right.
Like KZ got baptized by Zeke last year and ain't been the same since.
Ain't been the same. And that was bad.
Absolutely baptized, son. Like that was if anybody ain't seen that, go look at KZ versus Zeke last year. KZ got bad. Fucking baptized
and held that shoulder as soon as he got hit. I think the thing is like, with KZ, they're looking at he has some interceptions early in his career, and like I said, he has the Dan Quinn pipeline. As soon as they get any kind of a person, just like when they got Chris Richard, they started pinning people, whoever played with Chris Richard in his backfield. That's what's going to happen. So that's why I feel like this could be a signing, unless you're saying that the veteran minimum, it could be the money. But I feel like Hooker's going to come cheap because, dog, he's always hurt. Who really going to spend money for Malik Hooker right now, dog? He ain't going to get a lot of money on that market. That's why they're going after him. And he's another guy that they can say, look at Malik Hooker. What's that?
That's why I say that they're not gonna sign him and think they're good to go. They may pick up one of those guys on the vet minimum deal, but that's not something you can sign and think they're good to go. If they do, then my goodness, bud. My goodness.
You know what it is. You know what's going down.
Yeah.
So what would be your free agency grade so far?
I
give it a C.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, C plus. Not
Tell
bad.
Me talk about the linemen because we talked about the safeties. What do you think about the linemen that they got?
Oh, Urban Cowboy, that's not a bad move. He just hadn't been able to get on the field since his leg fracture injury. He's played 33% of the snaps, which is still going to be a massive upgrade here, but he's not some game changer. Like that's the same thing they always do. They just sign these basically replacement parts. That's all it is. And you sign replacement parts, so you get a C grade. That's how it goes.
Pretty much, you didn't get anybody that was going to come take you over the top. You didn't buy anybody that was going to say, "Oh, this going to be a difference maker instantly." You got guys that are just rotational players, and just like you said, parts and pieces. And you're putting all, to me, the stock in the draft. That's what you're doing. You're putting all the stock in the draft. And if you miss on anything, and Jim Nagy said this, he made a quote on his Twitter, and I posted it. How some teams put so much investment in their draft picks, and they want to see them all the way through, and because they don't want to say they're wrong, so they want to see them draft picks all the way through. And I think that's what the Cowboys do. Instead of admitting their mistakes in 1 or 2 years and saying, "Okay, we made a mistake. We shouldn't have picked him. Let's go after this again." They be like, "Nope, let's keep him for the whole 4 years and let's see it all the way out. So we don't want to look like that was a bad pick." I think the Cowboys are really notorious for doing that. And I think that kind of hamstrings them with, if they don't pick good in the draft or they miss, they hang on to these guys a little longer than they probably should and don't try to wheel and deal or anything like that, because they want to say, no, 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 it was this scheme, or no, 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 it was this coach. Let's keep him 1 more year and let's see it again. I feel like that's what the Cowboys love doing, because they will never try to admit mistakes.
No, they hate admitting mistakes. And Joshua, they're gonna draft a cornerback, and you're gonna get your free safety. Hopefully, the only that ties back into my early October trade. That's how you get your free safety. Maybe they'll finally realize, hopefully, because when they hear safety, they think another linebacker. And until that changes, that's what it is. I mean, I hope, that's my hope. That's all we got at this point is hope that they address the free safety with a big player acquisition trade early next season, because you're not going to get it this offseason. It's not happening. They may draft a guy, but it's just not going to happen.
Shout out to Mr. Dequa Charles. How you doing? That's my member out there. Shout out to the $5 holler. She says, "Hello, James, man. You and your family always stay safe. Help Mike." And he said, "Help Mike and them Cowboys, the Cowboys Nation's fans. Appreciate you. You always show love out there. Appreciate you, Mr. Dequa." So, I was about to ask you something, and this has to do with, so how do you feel about, because we're getting ready to wrap this up. What do you feel about the staff, going forward? Joe Witt has been to TCU. He's looked at, those two guys, safeties, Trevin and Adarius. I think he was at Stanford's pro day. I don't know who else he's looked at as well. But what do you think about him as a coach, number one? And, what do you think about this coaching staff year 2? Do you feel good about this? Do you feel better about the staff year 2 than year 1? What's your heart?
My feelings is defensive staff is predicated on how much talent they have. The unemployment line is full of defensive coordinators who got fired because their talent ran dry. If you get talent, you'll have a great defensive coordinator. Everybody last year, the defensive coordinator with the Rams, he's great. His scheme, this, that, and the other. His scheme was Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey. That's what his scheme was. So get some talent, and you'll have a great defensive staff. If you don't get talent, you'll have a bad defensive staff. That's honestly my feelings. Offensive coordinator, head coach, they can make it. They can make chicken salad out of chicken shit.
Mm-hmm.
Defense can't.
Yeah, they're working with what they got, and if they ain't got nothing, it's going to be bad.
All right, so I'm gonna go cook some grilled cheese, bud.
Okay.
I got to get out of here. Hollered at me. We've been going for an hour. Sorry,
right.
I'm bailing on you. Sorry.
No, you good. I know how we do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting ready to cut it off
Yeah.
anyway. Because you know what I'm saying, I got to do some film and some tape and all that good stuff. But shout out to my guy for Burgers and Blitzes. We weren't able to do it this Thursday, but we did it Sunday. Go back and run it back. I don't know why Jay's in timeout. I got to go check that out. That's crazy, but maybe you got to do his settings. But appreciate you, dog. Burgers and Blitzes. We'll be running it back next week, and we'll be having probably some more Cowboys talk. All
Yes, sir.
right.
Thank y'all.
Peace.
Thank y'all for coming by.
All right, man. Peace.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Appreciate Mike for doing the burgers and blitzes on Sunday since we couldn't run it on Thursday. He came in on today, and we're going to do that. I don't know why Jay Lombardi is in timeout. I got to take a look at that. I don't know why, man. This stuff is be stupid on here. So shout out to, hey, what's up, man? Young Wilson with the 499. Holla. Let's before I get off here, try to get it up to 100 likes like we did yesterday. Shout out to my guy. Young Wilson. And once again, I can't wait till we get to that Hawaii Aloha trip coming down this summer, man, down the pipeline. We're going to be getting that in. That's going to be very exciting. We're going to get a show in. I'm not going to be doing a lot of nothing, no Cowboy stuff, but we are going to get a show with Young in the building on that show live in Hawaii, Honolulu, however we got to do it. And from then after that, I ain't going to be no more Cowboys news the rest of the time, turning that Cowboy stuff off. But that one show, Young gonna be on it, and we're gonna kick it, and we're gonna talk Cowboys football Hawaii style. So very excited for that trip. Get ready to come. And once again, make sure you check next month. I'll be down mid April. Be down and back home in the motherland, seeing my peoples, my family, all that good stuff, and really gonna throw it down with my peoples. Content creators. I'm supposed to be on Walt Chisholm's Best for Business show Thursday evening. So we're going to probably be leaving Wednesday late and get there early Thursday. And then I'm going to be on his show Thursday. So make sure you check out that. I think that's going to be the 16th, 15th or 16th in April. I'll be on his show live at that show. So that'll be fun. I'll be feeling privileged to be able to do that. And then, probably try to get it in with Law, my guy DDP, whoever else is down there in Texas. Gonna just go down there and kick it, man. Have a good time and do our thing. So make sure you tune in for that. Hopefully, training camp. I just talked to my guy Barry with the Cowboys experience. Was able to do some things with the Cowboys experience the last couple of years, going to games, and getting the pass and everything together for training camp. Jerry talked about it being open for California. I hope everything is good with the COVID thing, and if it is, that we can have training camp in California. Whether it's in training camp is in California or Texas, I'm going to be there this year. But the COVID couldn't do it last year, but I'm hoping it's back in Cali, because if it is back in Cali, once again, we will be there at training camp for at least a week. So prepare for that too. That'll be fun. And my members, don't forget tomorrow, the Lunatic, if you're still in the building, I'm going to text you today so we can get that squared away for the members show tomorrow. Make sure all my members tomorrow evening, Monday night, I don't know, y'all tell me between 9 and 10 p.m. We're going to go live. It's going to be a member only show. We're going to start doing that every Monday. Just chop it up. We'll talk Cowboys football, talk whatever, talk about the horizon, what we're trying to do later on with the memberships and things of that nature. But please, all my members, I'm going to send the link. Shout out to another 199. Holla to my dog, Young Wilson. Yeah, I definitely can't wait for that, Young. But make sure all my members that are subscribed to me, please be at that member show. Strictly for my members tomorrow. We tested it out, I think, last week. The Ninja, Tavis Banks was in there. Miss Sadiq was in there. KMT was in there. So please, I even send the link out for you if you want to jump in there live. You can be in there like we're typing, like you're doing in here, or you can I'll send the link out so you can be in there live. But it's going to be membership only. I keep on saying meeting, but the member show every Monday. We'll be doing that every Monday just for my members, and we're going to kick and just talk about things and just do the damn thing. So make sure you are there. That's happening every Monday. We're getting contests to go. The Lunatic will be in there. We're going to talk about a contest. We're just going to start, upping the ante in 2021. Always want to grow. Always want to continue to get better. Don't want to stay the same for your shows. So just continue to do that. I think that's pretty much it. And sorry, I had some videos that the all 22 from the free agencies. I'm gonna keep it real. I apologize not getting those up, but I was dead tired. I'm gonna keep it real even before the show. Me and Boothang was knocked out. I was knocked out. I just happened to wake up and look at the time like, damn, I got to get up. And then yesterday, I was tired yesterday too, so I apologize. But them videos are coming. Just my thoughts on the guys that are playing, and what they bring to the table, in my opinion, and more all 22 college all 22 videos are coming. Just some more players that maybe could possibly come to the Cowboys. I've already showed some. Go show some love on those Coach J film days, but I'm getting that ratcheted up again this week because I got my hands on that tape, and that's going to be some tape that's going to be with me for life now. Because just want to upgrade and upgrading the system as well. What we're trying to do. So make sure you just keep on staying tuned for what we got going on here in Silver and Blue Nation. As I told you, me and Boss are going to up the ante on our shows on Saturday. Shout out to you, the Lunatic, for real. I always appreciate you for coming up with ideas to make things better. Once again, I want to tell you the Goon Squad apparel, we're getting that together, finishing up about the design. So we can get that pumping and start, doing some more things. Finally got that money rolling like I want. Upgraded my system again yesterday, so we'll be doing some new type of shows. Just gotta, figure out some things. But I saw some things that I like, but I just weren't really able to put them in these last two shows. But you'll see some things that going to be doing some other things, man. So just trying to continue to get better and add to, and that's what you guys' membership do. The donations, the subscriptions, the membership. I put that money back into the shows and to try to make things better for what we got going on here at Silver and Blue Nation Big Game James. Just really trying to always up the ante and try to always improve. And your donations and everything is greatly appreciated. And I put it back into making things great and always doing improvements and getting better. So just want to give y'all shout outs to that, and always thank you for the support that you guys give. So, Mike Fisher breaking news. Well, Mike Fisher got some breaking news. I'm about to get off here. Oh no, they've already they just said they've guaranteed Zeke and Jalen's contracts. Yeah, that's all it says right here. That ain't no damn breaking news. We already knew that was happening. That's not no news. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at some video from Keanu Neal. He'll lay the wood on you, boy. Keanu will hit your ass for real. I think that out of all the signings that the Cowboys have done, Neal's probably the best one because Neal will hit your ass. And like I said, he's going to play that linebacker position. And I think it is going to cut down the snaps for Jalen Smith. And I think they're going to kind of wait and see how that plays out next year with the scheme, with Dan Quinn. I think that's all going to play out. And I think that's why, you saw Neal, because he can play linebacker. And they're going to see how that really works out. And I feel like if they can see that Jalen Smith doesn't really add anything and they draft another linebacker in there, this could signal, maybe new guys coming in the building. So we'll see. I'm not advocating just go ahead and cutting guys like that, but it's all about getting your team better. And if it doesn't help your team or fit your team, you got to continue to get better. So we'll kind of just see how that goes. Like I said, Basham, I know the Cowboys like Basham when he was coming out of college at Ohio University. They brought him in on that 30 visit. And he adds that edginess. I don't know if he got a 2-year deal. I don't feel like he's a long-term guy with the Cowboys, just me. But I feel like he does in that short term, adds that edginess. You can send him in on some multiple packages, some blitzing. I think that's where you're really going to see him coming off that edge and send him on blitzes and things of that nature. So like I said, we'll see. Going to get that tape and look at some more tape. We're pretty much Sunday. This is my day off. So just going to look at a lot of tape with Neil. Going to look at a lot of tape with the upfront guys. And, just kind of see, how I feel about it. So once again, we'll make sure you just tune in. Members meeting tomorrow. I keep on saying meetings. Member show tomorrow evening. Let's go like 9:30. Let's go like 9:30 for the members. EST 9:30 Eastern Central Time. My members only meeting show tomorrow. Let's go with the 9:30 time. So make sure you are in the building. If you're not a member, become a member as low as $1.99 and you can jump right in there instantly. So let's do the damn thing. And let's make sure you have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Hug your loved ones and all that good stuff. And even after I get out here, keep on getting those like buttons up. All right. Appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Thank you for all the support. Thank you guys. We'll be talking to you soon. Seven Blue Nation, Big Game James. I'm out. We'll talk to you. Peace.